Hey everybody, this is Dr. Dennis Buckley. I am proud to be the host of the first Get Real, Get Going internet show. And who else will we have but the founder of Get Real, Get Going, Dr. Amy Keller. She's here with us today, and she's got a special story she wants to share with all of you. Welcome, Dr. Keller.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here and so excited to share all this information with all of you out there.
We've known each other a long time, and we haven't aged one day. But here's what I want to ask you. I remember back when you first started practice. You know, I'm a chiropractor. You're a mental health professional.
And you also knew a lot of mental health professionals just starting out.
Exactly. And I remember that you were relating to me the struggles that you were having. So why don't you share with everybody what you were going through when you were in school and first started your practice?
Indeed, not just with you. I was relating my struggles to all my colleagues and my cohort. We all commiserated about how difficult it was to really get a private practice going. And what we found was, in talking to different friends and colleagues, what we found was that there just wasn't a lot of information out there that really guided the new practitioner, the fledgling therapist, in building a private practice from the ground up. So what happened is that, one day while I was commiserating with my co-author, Dr. Sarah Sneed, about how difficult this process was and how we barely had any information, we decided to take some of our mutual questions. Each of us would take a topic, go find the answers, meet back in a month for lunch, and go over all the answers that we found so that we could really start to get the ball rolling in developing a private practice.
So you developed like a little mini mastermind group to solve these problems together.
We did. We gave each other homework. We had research assignments. We would come back and we would say, okay, I talked to, these 4 different successful therapists in the area. They did this. They wish they would have done this differently. They did that. So at after the 3rd mastermind meeting or so, maybe the 4th, Sarah and I decided, hey, we realized, wouldn't it be so great if we actually had a how-to manual of how to build a private practice, how to build the private practice of our dreams, regardless of whatever else we were doing. We could be teaching part-time, we could be doing the private practice full-time, but how to get our ideal clients, how to make it smooth and easy, and where we would get the right answers. Didn't we wish we could have a manual that would teach us how to do that? And so we decided at that moment, Get Real, Get Going was born, and we were going to put together a manual, the first how-to manual of how to build a private practice.
But first, what you did was you took all what you learned and implemented it into your own practice.
It was simultaneous, actually. We compiled all the information, we learned, we started applying it while we were in the process of getting licensed and right afterwards. So, yes, we were first applying all this. I pretty much had some concrete systems already set up, though, by the time that I actually opened my private practice, had the key to my own private practice door. And within 10 months, Dennis, I'm not exaggerating, I had 30 full-time clients. I was full-time in private practice, no insurance clients. It was all fee-for-service clients in 10 months. And I said, oh my gosh, it actually works. I did it. 10 months, I had 30 clients. From my understanding of the research in the field, it usually takes private practice, or to build a private practice into full-time that is consistent and regenerating, it takes 5 years. So I did it in 10 months, you guys. I'm not kidding. I can teach you how to do this. It's very exciting and really not that difficult. Honestly, with the systems that I set up, I really only needed to implement different strategies for 3 hours a week. I allotted myself Wednesday mornings from 9 a.m. to 12 noon to start to implement the different systems one at a time in a very, systematic way, in a very organized way, a very strategic way, and it worked.
And these systems are reproducible.
They're absolutely reproducible. I started to guide other people who came to me. Other colleagues who were in the same boat. We were all confused. Some of us were compiling this information together. And absolutely, right after me, I can name, 4 or 5 other people who I was helping, who reproduced the system, and they also hit the ground running and were full-time within a year.